how can you safely buy Bitcoin right now? Hi Crypto Clippers, we're glad to have you back on our channel, Crypto Clips. In today's video, we're going to show you exactly how to begin investing in Bitcoin step by step, how to keep it safe and secure, how to get passive income and interest with it, and most importantly, how to pay your taxes automatically with it, because that's a pretty valuable skill to have. We are aware that the Bitcoin field is not well known for its ethical practices. Thus, we decided to create this film to ensure that no one is taken advantage of, as we are aware that half of the world believes Bitcoin is a hoax, regardless of what you tell them, and the other half believes it's a religion and you dare not offend them. We fall somewhere in the middle, since while we believe that investing all of your money in it is a bad decision, we believe that investing none of your money is as bad. Therefore, I hope you find this movie useful. Before you assume we're hawking our own investments, which was one of the reasons we avoided making this film, there are a few things you should know about us. We do want you to understand, however, that we are prejudiced as we have purchased Bitcoin and Ethereum. And most recently, we invested $100,000 in it and created a film to accompany it. Since then, and at the time of this video's production, that balance has increased to just over $300,000. And we believe that both Ethereum and Bitcoin have a lot more room to grow. We know it seems exciting and entertaining, and it is, but there are a few things you should grasp first, which we'll hopefully explain in this video. However, if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, that would be extremely beneficial because this video took me an eternity to make. Please keep in mind that we're not a licensed professional and so do not claim to be an authority on this subject. Second, there are considerably more intelligent, successful, and smart people in the crypto sector to whom you should probably listen. As a result, we have no idea why you're watching this video. And three, please keep in mind that the comment section will be flooded with people posing as us, attempting to steal your money. Ignore them because we will never reach out to you and tell you our phone number or how to contact our broker, Sir Nicholas Flameless Voldemortis. And fourth, please invest only what you can afford, as Bitcoin has been around for over a decade. It has held up to every technical challenge we have to throw at it, but at the end of the day, we have no idea what lies ahead. And while Bitcoin is likely to be the most valued and the one with the most potential for disruption in the future, we believe Bitcoin is here to stay for a very long time. Therefore, invest only what you can afford. The first step. Alright, let's begin with the first step, determining the best brokerage to utilize. Now, the answer to that question is contingent upon what you value most. That means safety and security, as well as ease of use and value. As a result, we want to ensure that the money we invest is absolutely secure first and foremost. The second step. Secondly, we want to ensure that the interface does not resemble an F-15 fighter jet, as we lack the time and resources to master it. The third step. Thirdly, we want to ensure that we are getting a good deal and not paying excessive cost. We are willing to pay a small premium for an additional degree of security. First phase. Now, regardless of who you choose, all of these brokerage require two things: anti-money laundering and know your customer compliance. This includes adhering to Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering legislation. That means they will all demand you to provide your identification, your address, your phone number, and any other information required by conventional brokerage. Thus, Gemini and Coinbase are our two preferred brokerage. Now that we have accounts with both, we can confidently say that you cannot go wrong with either. The registration procedure is almost identical. However, in general, the less information you supply, the lower your limit on buying and selling Bitcoin will be. And the more information you provide, the greater your limit will be. Allow me to access my computer and demonstrate the sign-up process in its entirety. We're going to use Gemini because it's our primary brokerage. As such, it will request your first and last names, email address, and password, followed by a phone number. The following page will request a passport photograph or a driver's license photo, followed by a passport number and a physical mailing address. Once that's done, you're ready to proceed. Second phase. After you've signed up, the next step is to ensure that our account is safe and secure and that no one steals our Bitcoins. You can do this by visiting the program store and downloading a free app called Authy. And this is just to ensure that even if someone has our username or our email and passwords, they'll be unable to log in and do anything harmful unless they have physical access to our phone, which they hopefully do not. Unless you're kidnapped, in which case, we would show them this coin roll we've been practicing because it looks really cool and distracts them, and then play dump Bitcoin to water those. Now that you've downloaded it, the Gemini should instantly display in the app. Click on it to reveal a 7-digit number that will recycle every 20 seconds. Gemini will then periodically request the 7-digit number to ensure it is indeed you. But if you're satisfied, let's go to the next phase. Third phase. To begin, you must fund your account which Coinbase offers in addition to credit cards. However, never purchase Bitcoin using credit or debit cards as their fees are absurdly expensive at 3.49%. And you're only going to pay half of it upfront to get started investing. Never pay anything at 3.49%. Instead, connect your bank account. There are two ways to do this. Manually, in which they provide you pennies and you confirm ownership of your bank account with them, or electronically, in which they send you pennies and you verify ownership of your bank account with them. However, there is a more efficient alternative. To do so, navigate to the upper right-hand corner, choose Account Settings, then Funding Sources, and then click on the Automatically Linked Bank Account via Plat option. Now, this is accomplished through the use of third-party software that automates the process. Furthermore, this brokerage do not have access to your personal financial information. It's only through Plaid, a highly secure and safe service. Thus, be connected 3 accounts using Plaid. However, if you do this manually, it will take a few days as opposed to Plaid, which is almost instant. But once you've connected your funding sources, this is how you can transfer money from your bank to the brokerage. Go to the upper right-hand corner and click on Transfer. Then, deposit into Gemini. Now, you'll be prompted to select a currency. In this case, we're going to stick with the US dollar. And under deposit method, you'll notice 2 options: bank transfer or ACH transfer, the latter of which has a daily limit of $15,000, which we understand will cover the majority of individuals. However, if you're doing more as we are, you'll need to use a wire transfer. After you click Proceed, a list of instructions will appear. One item to keep in mind is the reference code, which tells Gemini just which account to put your money into, thus ensuring that your money does not end up in the hands of an uninvited third party. That's the identifier that is unique to you. And if you're from Europe, you're not going to use a wire transfer. Instead, you're going to use something called a SEPA transfer or ideal transfer or something along those lines. And you're out of luck if you're Canadian. No, not at all. You'll be withdrawing your funds using PayPal, and then you're going to pay for it with debit cards, which isn't great but is okay. After you filled your account with some gil, a reference to Final Fantasy, let's finally purchase some Bitcoin. As you can see on the front page, you have access to a variety of various currencies. However, the two with which we are most concerned are Bitcoin and Ethereum. They are the most genuine enterprises in this field. They were the first, and they have the biggest, brightest future growth potential. We believe that Bitcoin will eventually supplant gold as the new digital gold standard. And if it occurs, Ethereum's market capitalization will surpass gold's of $10 trillion, most likely this decade. But we're not certain when or even if Ethereum will be programmable money. And we believe that it has the potential to surpass Bitcoin, not in terms of per coin worth, but in terms of Ethereum's market capitalization, which represents all the money in that sector. That's because if Bitcoin is gold with a 10 trillion market cap and Ethereum is programmable money with a much larger market cap when compared to the M1 global monetary supply, it's all the physical money in circulation that has a much larger market cap, but we will see what happens. This page is currently being constructed. To purchase Bitcoin, for example, all you need to do is click on it, and then you can choose whether to purchase it daily, weekly, or monthly. And you can specify a quantity based on your investment goals before clicking on Review Order. And now you may enter the payment method and select the one you wish. After that, you can place your order. That's it. Cling to your life. Prior to moving on to the following step, there's one final section that's critical for you to comprehend. If you believe you can become a millionaire overnight with Bitcoin and then cash out, there are a few restrictions you may encounter. If you use Gemini's ACH transfer mechanism, you are limited to a daily limit of $15,000, but a monthly limit of $30,000. Additionally, there's a daily limit of $100,000 for withdrawals to your bank account. However, if you're using a debit card to purchase Bitcoin, you're limited to a maximum purchase of $500 per debit card. And as previously stated, avoid debit cards. The costs are not worth it. This is critical to know if you're extremely psyched to purchase Bitcoin and discover that you can't buy a whole one with debit cards or whatever else you're going to use. If you're using Coinbase, the structure is similar in that it varies according to the amount of verification. Thus, the more information you provide to those sites, such as your passport and social security number, the greater your limit will be. But perhaps, now that you've purchased a Bitcoin TASA similar to your Witcher, your limit will be increased as well. Fourth phase. Let's go on to the next phase because once the Bitcoin has settled in your account, you have two options. The cold route, or my personal favorite, the hot route, bail. With the hot route bail, you get the firewall when you least expect it. But don't attempt this at home. That is, you can store your Bitcoin directly on the exchange, which is referred to as a hot wallet. The advantage of this approach is that it provides instant liquidity, as your Bitcoin may be sold immediately. It's possible to trade it for another coin. You can even earn income on it through another website, which is fantastic. However, the disadvantage is that you must trust that the exchanges or corporations would safeguard your funds against computer wizards attempting to steal them. The second route is the cold storage route, which involves taking our coins offline and transferring them to the blockchain via something called the Ledger Nano Wallet, which we'll demonstrate in a moment. But first, we'd like to demonstrate the hot wallet route, which is what we use because we believe that your money should always be earning interest and generating passive income. Thus, we prefer to use BlockFi.com, and you can really use this code right here to receive up to $250 in free Bitcoins, depending on how much money you deposit into your account. Nevertheless, if you select this path, please follow the following few steps. Proceed with caution to the upper section of the website where you will see deposit. Click on that and then select the coin you purchased from the broker. As a result, we'll use Bitcoin as an illustration. That is what we would choose, and as you can see from the link at the bottom, this is your public wallet address. You can copy it by clicking on the small page icon and pasting it into your brokerage. Thus, let us return to Gemini once more. And if you go to Gemini's transfer and then withdraw page, you may select the currency and then the destination. This is where you paste the code obtained from BlockFi and then specify the amount to transfer. And you want to ensure that your wallet address matches what it shows in Gemini and BlockFi, since if anything is off by a single number, your money will simply disappear under the table, which is something you don't want because it will never return. Once you've sent the money, the next few minutes will be the most stressful of your life, even scarier than waiting for birth results, which is terrifying. Please exercise extreme caution during the next 5 minutes as you will have no way of knowing if you performed it correctly. Therefore, if you wish to transfer a small portion of the AML over first, you can avoid sending the entire amount over and risk losing it. And then, you can send the remainder of the AML over. Now, collecting interest on cryptocurrency is not a BlockFi exclusive concept. Additionally, Celsius Network and Nexo.io exist. But the reason we really prefer BlockFi is that they interact quite well with Gemini, and the majority of the funds on BlockFi are actually held in a Gemini cold storage wallet. As a result, the two have collaborated on this endeavor. We obviously like Gemini. And another reason we have a lot of faith in BlockFi is that if you visit their investor relations page, you can see how much money they have raised. This venture capital funding is substantial and well known in the business, and we have faith in them to make the best judgment possible. Since if BlockFi fails, it will reflect poorly on not only them, but also on the investors. And we trust them to make good choices, which is why we chose BlockFi. For this reason, we've decided to employ BlockFi, but don't merely use our affiliate links if you don't want to, unless you want to support our channel. However, as Crypto Clipper, you may be thinking, this is still far too difficult. We simply wish to maintain our Bitcoin balance on the exchange. What we'll say is that you're still incurring unnecessary risk without benefiting from interest. Therefore, if you're going to do that, send your funds to a cold storage offline wallet and into one of these select few, such as Morpheus from the Matrix. They're harvesting folks and repurposing them into batteries. Now, doing so virtually ensures that your money is kept in the safest possible location, which is actually on the blockchain, which no one has been able to penetrate. Therefore, allow me to explain a little more about this small device and show you how it appears. It's a $59 device which we'll link to below, and we strongly advise you to purchase one as soon as your cryptocurrency balance reaches at least $1,000. Additionally, there are numerous tutorials available to assist you in setting up this device. However, one thing we'll tell you is that after you receive it, you will receive a list of key phrases and words that you must write down and hide somewhere. Don't ever photograph these key phrases or words. Never upload it and never have it configured for you by someone else. Not a fiduciary, not a tax professional, not a banker, not even me. Because if someone knows your list of key phrases, they can open your wallet at any time and steal your money. Therefore, as soon as you write that down, conceal it and forget about it. Because as long as you have your tiny private list, even if you lose or destroy this item, you will still be able to access your Bitcoin. However, there is another reason why we don't advocate utilizing Robinhood to purchase crypto, as it does not let you withdraw your coins and deposit them into anything like this. And in reality, it prevents you from performing any of the actions described in this video. Thus, the disadvantage of free Bitcoin purchases and sales is that you lose the ability to move your coins around now that you've become a crypto expert and know everything there is to know about Bitcoin. If you've ever purchased, traded, or exchanged Bitcoin, you're undoubtedly required to pay taxes on it. Thus, this is how you can accomplish this automatically. As a result, we utilize app.taxbit.com. Additionally, there are a few others. However, this one is fantastic because it interacts seamlessly with practically every account we use, with the exception of BlockFi, which is hopefully coming soon. And what you're doing is allowing these websites to observe your cryptocurrency accounts, but not to make any changes. They can't buy, sell, or steal them from themselves. Again, this is merely an auditing position. Thus, in Gemini's example, if you navigate to Settings and then to API, you can simply provide them an auditor role under Programmatic Access, and then they'll be able to automatically enter there, calculate all of your binds, and aggregate everything for you. And then you can print that page, give it to your tax professional, and everything will be calculated immediately. However, you can also use our link down here. It's a referral code for 10% off. If you're going to invite your friends to do it, don't give them our link, give them your own. They'll get 10% off and you'll get whatever you're going to get. Now, we're not meant to say anything and we certainly don't condone it. This is something we've never done before, but for the sake of completeness, you should know that if you value privacy and the ability to buy, sell, and exchange cryptocurrency without the knowledge or involvement of the government, there are two websites that enable you to do so, and they are Domestic Cryptos, Tranquil, and DomesticBitcoin.com. And you can think of them as the Craigslist or OfferUp of the crypto world. In that local people can simply meet up to exchange money. You can immediately obtain the crypto and you benefit from tax shelter. However, you will pay a somewhat greater premium in exchange and you will undoubtedly take a risk. And ultimately, we don't condone this behavior since we believe that you should pay your taxes, and it's not something we could get away with anyway, given that we have a YouTube channel and everything we make related to cryptocurrency and other topics is public. Therefore, if the IRS is asking, where is crypto? What crypto do you presently possess? That for the sake of completion, please exercise your powers responsibly, stay safe, and pay your taxes. In general, we believe Bitcoin will take off as soon as a few S&P 500 companies adopt it. Admit publicly that a portion of their cash reserves have been converted to Bitcoin, which we believe will occur soon. Perhaps Tesla will be the first U1, or you may inquire as to who does not watch our videos, but that would be fantastic. Please share this video with your friends if you find it useful, if you believe they will benefit from it. Meanwhile, you can earn some free stocks from Webull by making a $100 deposit. You'll receive a few complimentary stocks, and you can also receive another complimentary stock from Robinhood. We appreciate your time in watching this video. I'll see you on Monday and Friday, occasionally a Wednesday. I adore you. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.